everyone, welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Eve, and today I'm going to share with you 10 things that I have purchased that I regret buying. Over the past year, I've gone through and I've decluttered so much stuff from my house, and during this whole process, I have had to come face to face with so many bad purchases. I mean, this was a complete realization to me that I haven't always been the most intentional consumer. I have definitely fallen into consumerism, impulse purchasing, emotional spending, being misguided by influencers and commercials, hoping to add value to my life or edit my life in a certain way. And it's really led me to spend a lot of time and money accumulating all this unnecessary stuff. And of course, I think one of the best ways to be more intentional with the way we're directing our finances and our time and energy in the future is to take a step back and be reflective and think about some of the things that may have not added the value to our lives like we had hoped for. So, without further ado, let's get started. I really wanted to brighten up the look and feel of our bedroom, so I went out and bought a cotton duvet cover, this one that I'm actually sitting on. I thought it was going to be a really quick and inexpensive way to change the look and feel of our room. The one that we have, it's a dark gray, it's microfiber, and I really wanted it to be cotton, preferably a cotton linen blend, but they're actually really expensive. This one was half the price of buying a new comforter, so I thought it would be less wasteful and save me more money in the long run by just purchasing this and utilizing what I already had. But it actually turned out to be more of a hassle than what it was worth. One of the biggest trial and error purchases I have ever made has been on makeup and beauty care products. There are so many different options readily available to us, and we're being sold the idea that we need to keep up with the high beauty standards our society markets to us every single day. All these options and constant marketing can lead us down the rabbit hole of accumulating an overabundance of products that we don't truly need. This can easily lead to overspending and wasting a lot of our time. One of the biggest problems I've personally faced is not all products are actually good for us to be using on our bodies. There are so many hidden chemicals, fragrances, and unnecessary additives that can cause us more harm than good. This often caused my skin to become irritated with regular breakouts and excess dryness. On top of this, I was experiencing several adverse health effects from well-loved brands, such as migraine headaches and anxiety. Once I took time to educate myself on what is harmful to my body and what is actually beneficial, I began choosing natural products that are actually good for us to wear on a daily basis and offer long-term benefits while looking and smelling amazing. This taught me to become educated on what I'm actually investing my money into rather than blindly following trends or impulse spending every time I have a problem. It's not about buying, it's about buying with intention. I used to think that I was saving a lot of money by buying cheaper quality clothes. To me, they were kind of disposable because I figured clothes wore out quickly and got stained. So for me, I never really wanted to invest a lot of money into my wardrobe. But as I've gone through and I've learned about capsule wardrobing and I've heard so many different stories and watched a lot of videos, I've actually learned that the opposite is true. That it's actually better to invest in higher quality clothes made with better textiles and actually support more slow fashion where people are paid a fair wage and they're made with cleaner ingredients such as cotton and linens as opposed to more synthetic fabrics. I think that this whole assumption that I had has really led me to create my own capsule wardrobe, and I've stopped purchasing really cheap clothes, and I found that a lot of the clothes that I have in my closet now tend to wear a lot better, and I take a lot better care of them because I have less clothes to manage. So I actually take the time to stain treat them, follow their care instructions, and I actually really love wearing all the pieces that are in my closet. I I absolutely fell in love with these two beautiful cream colored chairs. I thought that they were going to add so much beautiful aesthetics to our house. And I never really stopped and considered prior to purchasing them if they were actually going to be a good fit for our busy family. I mean, I have 2 kids and a dog, and the fabric that these chairs were made out of is really, really pretty, but it is definitely not kid and pet friendly. These are chairs that would be more suited for a low traffic room that are really nice to look at and sit in occasionally. The fabric is not designed for children who have dirt on them, food, spill things, a dog who jumps up to look out the window. So this really made me stop and think before I purchase any new furniture if it's actually going to be a good fit for our busy lifestyles. I've always loved taking care of my plant babies. I think they add so much calmness and natural beauty to a room. They're probably one of my favorite things to decorate with. But I haven't always been the best plant mom in terms of taking care of my plants and understanding their unique needs. I mean, not all plants are the same. Some need more attention, some need less, some are high maintenance and they need to be repotted often, watered more regularly. They have certain soil requirements, nutritional profiles that you have to meet. And I haven't really taken the time to educate myself on the plants that I was purchasing prior to making the purchase. So I have killed so many plants over the years just because I didn't take the time to understand their specific needs. I absolutely love making whole food meals in the kitchen. Pretty much everything that I make is made from scratch, that I make myself. And I thought that in order to be more efficient in the kitchen, that I was going to need all these fancy gadgets and appliances in order to create all these beautiful dishes that you see online. So of course I ran out and I bought a food dehydrator, a food processor, a pineapple decorer, a potato slicer, and all kinds of different gadgets that at the end of the day I never actually ended up using. I really wanted to change the look of the photos for my Etsy business. I spent a lot of time taking out mock-ups and different product pictures to display on my website. And I thought that it would be a really good idea to get this peel and stick wallpaper, it's a wash brick wallpaper, and hang it on the wall in my Etsy room to display the photos. But I didn't stop and think or really question if this wallpaper, even though it says peel and stick and that it's supposed to be non-damaging to the wall, if this was actually going to be the case and if it could be a good short-term solution to what I had in mind. And of course, it's turned into quite the hassle because it's number one, it's peeling off. Number two, it's all crinkled because when I received it, it was wound up in a very tight cylinder. So when you went to go straighten it, it was just rolled up and extremely hard to apply to begin with. And then also, when you go to take it off, it's completely peeling the paint and the drywall right off. So that whole wall is now going to be fixed. This is a really costly and time-consuming mistake on my part. Over the years, I have wasted so much time and money on over-consuming on supplements. I used to be in a fear state where I felt like I wasn't getting what I needed from my diet, which is silly because I've always tried to eat a healthy, balanced, whole foods diet. And I allowed this fear of not getting what I needed from my diet to bring me down the rabbit hole of purchasing so many unnecessary supplements. I mean, I never had any proof that I was deficient in anything or that I needed to supplement my diet at all. And I think supplements can be great if you are deficient in something or it's recommended to you by a dietitian, a nutritionist, or a doctor, that it's something that would be beneficial to you. But that wasn't the case for me. I was just doing it out of a fear state, and I don't think it was benefiting me. I never felt any different by taking the supplements. I think I was just spending more time and money than anything, and supplements can actually do more harm than good if you're getting too much of something that your body doesn't actually need. And I would like to say I am not a doctor, a dietitian, or a nutritionist, and I'm not trying to steer you away from taking supplements. It's just, for me, it became a problem because I was doing it, like I said, out of fear, and I was spending a lot of unnecessary time and money on stuff that I don't think was adding value to my life. I love having variety in my closet, whether it be with clothes or with shoes. And I live in 4 seasons, so with that, I like having different styles of shoes that complement the changing seasons. And shoes can be a really fun, easy way for us to change up the look and feel of our outfits. The only thing that I have to say is I would always prioritize style over the practicality and actual comfort of the shoe. I would buy a lot of shoes sight unseen online without reading reviews to see if it was going to be a good fit for me and give me the support that I needed. So this led me to accumulate a lot of shoes that looked really nice, but I never actually wanted to wear because they weren't practical, they didn't fit my lifestyle, or they just weren't comfortable for me to wear for any length of time. When I first started this YouTube channel, my first instinct was the fact that I needed to run out and buy a camera. The first camera I bought was just a small point-and-shoot vlogging camera. And it never really occurred to me to take a step back and think if I already had the tools necessary to me to get started. Instead of just utilizing my phone like I should have, I spent an extra $500 for a camera that wasn't any better quality than my phone. And if I would have just taken time to educate myself before rushing out and buying unnecessary technology that ended up not adding the value to my life like I had hoped for, I could have saved myself a lot of time and money in the long run. Alright, you guys, so that concludes today's video. I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch it today. I truly appreciate it. If you liked it, can you please be sure to give it a big thumbs up? It really helps my channel out. And I would also love to hear some things that you regret purchasing as well. So please be sure to leave that down in the comments to share with everybody else. And if you want more videos like this and videos on slow living, minimalism, intentional living, then I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. But I hope you all take care until my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.